Coast. They've had a pretty good season. They got their first win in 50 games a couple of weeks back. A couple of W's on the board this season. And likewise, Barry's Wairarapa Bush. Not a season that I'm sure has gone their way for both sides. So a bit of pride on the line today. 15 games, Wairarapa Bush have won against Ngāti East Coast, who have won 4. So we welcome the teams that join me in the commentary box. We've got the wonderful Tavita Isaac in place of Tony Lightfoot today. Tavita, welcome.
Kia ora, BG. Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here, and we're in for a cracker of a match today. I'm looking forward to this one very much.
Yeah, we were just talking earlier about the amount of international caps that have played on this ground this year, both in men's and women's rugby. We've got obviously Zach Guilford. James Pakorti, of course, has represented the Cook Islands. He's out there playing again today.
Stan Wright,
also a Cook Islands representative. We've had Annemiek van Vliet, Johan van Vliet, of course, both played for the Netherlands. Salika Winiatu, who's just recently been selected for the Super Rugby Hurricanes All Cricket competition next year. And of course, former Blackfern, Bex Marnie. So that's just a handful of the ones we can think of on the top of their head.
Absolutely blessed. And then what about today with this East Coast team, BG, and the likes of Ma'anonu? We've got Rico Gegna, Rohi Magabi Black, Trent Boswell Wakefield, New Zealand's under 20 player. And here they come, Ngāti East Coast, running out to Memorial Park.
Big welcome. They've got quite a few supporters here today that have made the journey from there and from far, which is great to see. Reasonable crowds, and it was great to see the JB out there earlier, Pioneer and Martinborough having a bit of a run round, and a few of the boys in their places, sadly, injury-ridden Wairarapa Bush this year.
Yeah, a bit of travesty there, BG. I think we were talking earlier, and there must be close to 10, maybe a dozen players not out there today. That could have otherwise been, but through injury, some naughty boys and red cards. Yeah, we've got what we've got today.
Yeah, so we're just awaiting the start of the match. Of course, East Coast, very, very proud union, very proud of their haka, and certainly their heritage with the Māori battalion. And a bit of a link there, of course, with Wairarapa. The late Vatapu, of course, was not only a former New Zealand soldier, but a staunch community man, and in Māoridom, very, very well respected in Wairarapa.
There it is.
Wow.
The challenge has been set.
Sure has. Of course, Tavita, you've played a number of representative matches. You ever faced the East Coast haka?
I have actually. My debut match faced the East Coast haka. Very passionate bunch of people. They hadn't won a lot of games back then, but geez, they definitely laid it on. And it's special. It's special being able to face that as an opposition team member.
And played in Ruatoria?
I have played in Ruatoria as well, yep. Looks very different to the field that we have out in front of us, that's for sure.
I understand. It's one place I haven't been. I understand the hospitality is second to none.
Yeah, amazing place, amazing after-match, amazing people, very passionate, and they get around, they absolutely back their boys, and they'll be a vocal lot. You'll be able to pick them out today, who we'll hear from the box.
Oh, it's really good to be able to bring in this game today, and if you are watching from Ruatoria, Poverty Bay, anywhere along the East Coast, actually, our thoughts are with you after that unbelievable amount of rain in the last few days, and I hope that everyone is certainly safe and well in the Tairāwhiti region.
Magabi Black to get us underway with a kick-off, taken deep by Fiula, the winger.
Barry's Wairarapa Bush is hitting it up slightly over the 22 now. They look to set up. That's Henry Wilson taking the ball in hands as they go to the next play. Just some nice composure in there as Pickering looks for the boxy over the top.
Big pressure from Inia Katia. Misses the tackle on the East Coast first five. Seem to have opened it up down this right edge. Looking at keeping the ball alive. This is Trent Boswell Wakefield with the ball in hand.
Ngāti East Coast certainly hot on attack now. Wairarapa Bush boys coming up pretty quickly.
Yep, and we've seen a lot last week watching the Poverty Bay game from East Coast. Mata Nonu playing a fly half playmaker role with the East Coast team.
Nice offload from him earlier, setting the boys up as they look to reset on the far side of the ground. Ball comes out. Pod's getting into position now for Ngāti East Coast. So halfback flicks it out.
Nonu wanted a lock. East Coast retaining the ball. Wairarapa Bush fighting for it. East Coast still have it. Nonu.
Looks to offload, crash in midfield now as the Wairarapa Bush boys pour over the top. It's advantage and penalty coming for Ngāti East Coast.
It's going to be really interesting to see what they do here. Whether they try and make a stand early or take those points on hand.
Penalty against the Wairarapa Bush side for offside play. Look, it's an interesting one, isn't it? The first 2 or 3 minutes into the game, there's nothing riding on this really in terms of position. So do you take the early points? East Coast say, nah, not on your Nelly. We're going to go for the line out, and look at some big boys in that Ngāti East Coast side, and so a decent rumble will be very interesting actually here.
They're here for tries, BG. They're here for tries.
They play a great brand of rugby, Tavita. I think that's one of the things that people love about them.
Yeah, expect to see the ball kept alive. I think Wairarapa Bush must stay hot on their tails today. If they let them, get their feathers up, they're going to be a hard team to beat as they go to the back of the line out. East Coast with the maul now, bringing it into the midfield.
Coming up 5 minutes out. They've got a good roll on.
Secure at the back there too. And the hooker It's a great try.
First points go the way of the visitors.
Yep. Jorian Tangaere. Yeah, well set from the set piece. Line out, ball to the back. Beautiful maul, working their way infield. And what should be an easy extra 2 points, BG.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes into the game, and Ngāti East Coast have scored the first points of the game. They've fired the first shot. And this should be a relatively easy kick. Even I could get that over to Ed.
And Fraser adds the extra 2 points for Ngāti East Coast. Or does he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the flags were up there.
Yeah, no, the referee waved it away after that.
Let's have another look on the wet and forget replay. Oh, I kicked him, did I?
He's absolutely shanked that
flags
one.
are up. The flags are up. There we go.
Yeah, but then the ref waved it away and the scoreboard hasn't changed. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, we will.
Tipini Haira to get Wairarapa Bush back into the game.
Under 3 minutes and all that controversy already.
Taken by McGarvey Black. Oh,
this guy's got some wheels.
Oh, that was lucky. Daryl Pickering just nudged him into touch there. He is a fleet-footed winger with pace to burn. Ngārohi McGarvey Black.
So an opportunity here now for the Farriers Wairarapa Bush to return the favour in terms of points as Henry Wilson lines up the line-out throw. Great to see Big Stan right there in jersey number 3. As the ball goes back wide, Nell takes it. It is gone out wide. Katia, he's hit hard. They keep it alive.
Wairarapa Bush also looking to play an expansive brand of rugby. Retaining the ball, Pickering into Sam Gammy, captain for today.
He's done well the last, this season actually in total, Sam. I think he's
a solid player. And when they've had a lot of injuries to experienced players, they really need guys like him to stand up, and that is done. Tom Hurley loses the ball, and East Coast ripped out by Pickering.
Double knock on there. It will be Ngāti East Coast feed. They are about 16 metres in their own territory as the Farriers Wairarapa Bush scrum starts to line up. Let's have a bit of a chat here about Stan Wright. Played a lot of rugby over his years, both overseas and here at home. He's played in Auckland. He's played in Wairarapa.
Northland.
Represented
the Cook Islands.
France. He's played a lot of rugby, and what I love about this is he got the phone call.
He got the phone call on a Tuesday night, and he took it. You know, and a lot of other players that hadn't been training for the last 12 weeks, like his teammates out there, probably wouldn't have answered the message.
Well, I think it's been a cold and wet week, so that would have been another little easy thing to go. You know what? The fire's on, the slippers are on. I'm quite comfortable.
The brews are cold.
Yeah.
You see Sam Gammy down. Let's hope for Wairarapa Bush's sake he's get up and shake this off because they're going to need him today.
You didn't get the phone call this year to be All right, he looks all right.
Yeah, he's trying to shake it off.
The Upper Bush boys having a bit of a chat. So in what you'd call the orange zone, very, one of those, what do? Do you kick for possession or do you just run it? And I reckon these boys will just run the ball.
They'll be looking to attack, and if they kick it, they'll be looking to regain it, I imagine.
Like Will Jordan's chip and chase last weekend.
Yep. You see McGarvey Black standing up very wide. Nonu nearly sitting in the pocket. I imagine he's probably going to receive that ball behind the back of the centre. Interesting to see Parks from the base of the scrum. Matanonu, here they go. McGarvey Black has a one-on-one with Hira. He goes around him. And he goes out again.
They're certainly shot in their hand, though, haven't they? Ngāti Pro East Coast. They are looking to move in an expansive game, push out wide, and they're certainly quite confident that, it hasn't quite come off for them yet. But there's wonderful options. Now, just on the injuries, Lewis Bush has had an outstanding representative season. There's no doubt about that. We go back to that try scored against King Country.
Yeah.
If that's not try of the year for a front rower, I don't know what is.
Yeah, he's a very talented boy, this Lewis Bush.
Shame, obviously, injuries forced him out of this match.
Yeah, big gash on his head. He got stitches down his forehead. And yeah, right at the on the dying minutes of last week's game against Horowhenua Kapiti, Suli Malatai making decent meters. He's also a threat with ball in hand, isn't he, BG?
He has. He hasn't really had a lot of chance this year, unfortunately, to unleash a little bit of that speed as Nell hits it up for...
Looks like Wairarapa have a penalty advantage as well.
Ball's gone back door.
Tougher. Oh, still got it.
Outside option.
Fiula.
Outside option.
Winger. Oh, beautiful. Oh, unlucky there.
Very unlucky.
Yep. Henry Wilson, he was in the clear out wide. He's looking at a quick throw in.
Yeah, it's come off an East Coast hand, though, so it'll be an Upper Bush throw. They are about, 15 metres to metre out from the East Coast line.
Prime position, and yeah, would not be surprised if we see a drive from the Wairarapa Bush team.
Gone to the back now again. Oh, it's been stolen.
It's stolen it.
And beautifully too, as East Coast look to clear.
Fraser bangs it downfield.
They haven't found touch though.
Wairarapa Bush very casual in getting back to take the ball.
Tupuhara, 50 games I believe too. He's just ticked over.
Yeah, great service to Wairarapa Bush. Tupuhara plays multiple positions. They've got playing at fullback today. Been first 5 this year. He's been second 5 this year.
I've particularly enjoyed watching him at 12. I think he's performed there very, very well.
Yeah, great distribution skills is Tupuhara.
Well, just a generally nice guy all round too, actually, is our Tippy.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
East Coast, Matanonu. They look to go wide again. Ball's been picked up. The wheels are coming. Here's the chip and chase. We talked about this earlier. I don't think they didn't quite come that early, but look, it doesn't matter. They've actually found quite a bit of ground out of that, and to really put the Ferries one Upper Bush on the back foot.
Fiula Tamilau, this is his first start for Wairarapa Bush today. He's on the right wing for Wairarapa Bush. He's been a busy boy today. Very busy boy. Here, getting back.
Henry Wilson with the throw.
Taken by Sass.
Andrew McLean out of the Gladstone club.
Yeah, he would have had a few caps for Bush, I imagine. Pickering to Kartea, set it up in the midfield. Working their way in so they can clear the ball to Tupuhara. Is it downfield? East Coast, will they go quickly?
So another time, the great chase.
Yep. Good clearing kick, 35 metres out. East Coast throw into the line out.
30 metres on the side of the into Wairarapa Bush territory as they line up their line out, which has looked pretty good so far. They've stolen one and they've held theirs very, very nicely. This one hasn't gone their way though. It's the Ferries Wairarapa Bush that have stolen the ball. No, not a huge amount of support there. They've knocked it on.
Knocked it on. Now East Coast have a chance to strike back. Fraser, chip and chase. There's 2 East Coast jerseys flying through. Tupuhara's regained it and he's made a break himself.
Great step.
Beating another one. Oh, unlucky there. Suli Malatai using it forward, but the ball's still in play.
It's
And
still
East Coast have numbers. It's an expansive game, BG, is it?
This
What?
is like 7s, but 15s.
McGarvey Black.
Oh, wonderful tackle.
Yeah, beautiful tackle. Fiula Nonu in field. Big prop.
Pickering getting in Nonu's face.
Oh, and Inia Kartia, but he was off his feet, I believe. So good penalty, East Coast ball.
Pickering could be talking about that for a little while.
If we get 70 more minutes of this rugby, BG, the crowd will be very happy, won't they?
Very happy indeed. Someone's just made the comment, it's 7-0. Well, we thought so too. The assistant referees put their flags up, but we understand the referee waved it away.
The scoreboard's still reading 5. I'm going to go with 5-0.
Be interesting to see whether those 2 points will, at the 80-minute mark, will actually make a bit of a difference.
Yeah. And East Coast throwing them from a similar position to where they scored their first try.
Telling Eddie to throw.
Wairarapa contesting in the air.
Maybe a wee knock on there from the East Coast. Referee says play on.
Supo Lea Lamanu taking the ball up in the midfield. Pickering looking to get it out. Bracewell.
What's a lovely throw. Oh, no. No, it's a penalty.
Ref says they were offside in the midfield.
Not a huge amount of options in that position, so you've you've really got to scrum or go for the line, which is.
I'd say they'll be kicking the ball to touch, and Tougher takes the ball and is looking to peel off as much metres as he can with this one. Put Wairarapa in an attacking position.
Yeah, unfortunately, an accident a couple of weeks ago prevented him making the game on the Rimataka Hill, actually. So it's great to see him back out there both last week and this week.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. You know, all of Wairarapa imports, all player of origins, which means they originate from the Wairarapa area. He's a mighty Marist man too, our Tougher, isn't he?
Yep, played for the Marist club. I think I can't remember who he's playing for.
He's playing for Upper Hutt Rams, Wellington, and he is not far off 100 caps there, I believe. Ball's at the back with Tupo Lea Lamanu, who breaks off. He has a one-on-one with the fullback.
He slowed down. He gave it the big don't argue. He's placed the ball back very, very well as Andrew McLean's picked that up.
Taking it, Wairarapa looking to maintain position. A great part of the field here to attack from. Sam Gammy going to receive the ball.
Stan Wright getting involved there and protecting the possession.
Lea Lamanu, he's an absolute beast with ball in hand. Wairarapa own Tongan 4. Dominic Hurley here with the ball now.
He's made some good metres.
Inching metres. Stan Wright sneaks through.
Go, Koro. Oh, they're very, very close.
Wilson.
They're only a couple of metres out.
Pickering, give it to Wright. Give it to Big Stan. There he goes.
Driven to the ground. Good defence from East Coast.
Oh, no.
They've dropped it.
Cartier has slipped it.
No, they've still got the ball. The referee says it's gone back as Wairarapa look to reset.
They've got a penalty advantage as well in a prime position here. Lea Lamanu, who started the play. East Coast over it. Not rolling away. Wairarapa have gone quickly.
Yeah, Henry Wilson there.
Not taken on the mark.
Back in the day, that was a turnover in the opposition scrum. That was called.
Be interesting to see now what Wairarapa respond with. I imagine they'll go to the corner too.
They were calling tougher in, but no. We'll go for the old 5-metre line out, driving wall time.
Yeah, they're going to have to be more clinical than they were their last opportunity at a line out in the East Coast 20. Ball's gone quickly to Andrew McLean and they're setting up for a drive.
Not straight is the call.
Cardinal sin, you can't do that. It's twice now, BG, in a prime position.
Look, unfortunately, it seems to be they've just not had that luck on their side this year at all.
Is that luck? It's twice now, and yeah, they cannot afford to do this. Do that against a hot to trot East Coast Ngāti Pro team.
Fantastic, just to mention, fantastic to see such a good crowd here today and a vaccination clinic set up. I know they were busy earlier, which is brilliant, offering free Kai, of course the COVID-19 Pfizer vaccine and the chance to win tickets to homegrown. So plus you get a free game of rugby. That's not a bad afternoon out, really.
Not a bad shout. Has that contributed to the amount of people here today, or do you think it's purely the star-studded Ngāti Pro team that we've got here?
I would like to think it's a bit of both.
A bit of both, yep. Look, yep, I had my second jab today, BG. I also got a free hot dog, so I'm a happy man.
Nice. Happiness is a free hot dog, let's be honest.
Yep.
Big scrum required here from Wairarapa Bush. It's collapsed.
Yep.
Referee says we'll reset that. Still East Coast feed. Very competitive women's side as well. Ngāti Pro East Coast. They've had a few games this year against the likes of Poverty Bay. And who knows? Maybe we will see.
They were meant to play Wairarapa Bush too, weren't they, earlier in the
Yeah, unfortunately that game got cancelled. That was due to be played on Labour weekend.
Yeah.
But it bodes well. I mean, there's a lot more women involved in the game now. And, of course, with Super Rugby All Picking next year, I think this is the start of something pretty special.
Yeah, awesome. Looking forward to that competition.
Oh, it's a free kick.
It's a free kick.
Early push from Wairarapa Bush. Stan sort of just questioning the referee. Are you sure, mate?
Fraser peeling off as many metres as he can get.
And he's done a good job of it too.
He's done a great job of it.
So, hard on their line, on defence, withstanding 2 or 3 onslaughts from Ferriers Wairarapa Bush, and now they're halfway.
Yep. Wairarapa Bush definitely in this game. Again, just need to be clinical when they get down to those attacking zones.
Ball comes out, East Coast looking to go wide again. Ma'anonu turns it up, there's gaps out there, there's big holes out there, there's an overlap. Bracewell, great tackle, they've knocked it on.
They've knocked it on, but he hasn't caught it.
No one's seen it.
He hasn't caught it, and Parks,
that's a try.
The co-captain, will go in. I would be really intrigued to see that replay, BG, but it doesn't matter, does it?
Does not. No. The scoreboard tells the story.
It does.
It is Ngāti Pro East Coast 10 and the Ferries Wairarapa Bush 0.
They had a great overlap. It was good to see them capitalise on that overlap. They've had it a few times today, and Wairarapa Bush has just managed to hold them out, but got the spoils that time.
Well, just if we see that one on the wet forget replay, maybe it was a Wairarapa Bush hand that took it down.
Knocked it backwards, yeah. Could well have been.
Doesn't matter. Score's got 10 on it and 0 for Wairarapa Bush as the kick is successful.
He doesn't miss this time.
17 gone. It is 12-0.
And that time the referee agreed with the touch judges.
Yeah, nice to see.
Yeah.
Nice to see. Right, they'll look to reset. Again, look, what we've seen this season, I think, Tavita, is 2 or 3 phases, and there's been a mistake from the Ferries Wairarapa Bush, and it's those little things that must be absolute coach killers.
Yeah, at this level of rugby, you really need to seize the opportunity when it's given. See, Sam Gammy's gone down again. He's getting seen to by the medic for Wairarapa Bush.
Yeah, that's not great news. You've got Logan Wakefield and Matthew Marsoi who would be the replacement options, I guess, for Sam if he had to come off.
Yep, yeah, I'd say Matt Marsoi would be the one that to put on. They've also got Vesi Luator as well, who can cover those loose forward positions. Sam's back up though, strapped up, good to go.
Magic water.
It's a great kick from Tipi Hara, contestable. Taken by East Coast Ngāti Pro. To set up here. Out to Nonu. Oh, beautiful kick back there from Ma'anonu. Tipi Hara and Sam Gammy going back for the ball.
Yeah, that's a great kick. Absolutely fantastic kick. So a little bit of conversation now, and Tipi Hara goes to kick for touch, and that'll land about 15 metres inside Wairarapa Bush territory, the East Coast throw.
East Coast in good attacking position here. I imagine they'll be looking to go wide again. Just noticing how wide McGarvey Black is standing from each set piece. Like, he is right out wide.
Well, it presents several options, doesn't it? You can go through the hands, you can do a skip pass, the back door, or even
the cross kick.
The old Wipers cross kick, you know.
Oh, beautiful short ball from Ma'anonu to the number 8. Parks going right now. Fraser flings it over top. Oh, and East Coast, like a hot knife through butter.
Wow.
That's the number 8, I believe, that scored the try there.
Juaniti Moana, that is a fantastic try, and they made that look easy, didn't they?
Oh, he just, big change of direction, a big step off the right foot. And yeah, hot knife through brother, that's for sure.
Take a look at that in the wet and forget replay.
Yeah.
He's gone through a couple of tackles and then it just opened up.
Yeah, a couple of Wairarapa Bush players guilty of not staying light on their feet with that one. So we've got 17-0 with the kick to come. Ngāti Pro East Coast up over Wairarapa Bush.
Certainly be a few questions being asked now behind the posts for Wairarapa Bush. What would you as a captain be saying to your team about now, Tavita?
Oh, I think it's just about breaking the game down in small segments. Wairarapa Bush need to stay in the fight. They can't go to sleep. If they go to sleep, it's going to be a hard East Coast team to sort of chase down. So they need to get back down there, go deep, and just worry about the next 5 minutes. That's all we can do. So we've got Fraser lining up the kick. Touches heavier flag up. Another 2 points on the tally for East Coast Ngāti Pro.
Well, it's nearly a point a minute, 20 gone, 19-0. So, yeah, it's a fantastic start for the visitors. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, stats would have us that it is a pretty even game, and maybe the scoreboard is not telling the full story, BG, because Wairarapa Bush have definitely had the opportunity to be in this. Looks like we've got another Wairarapa Bush player down, getting senses at Ryan now. The Matt Perry, he's coming back into the battlefield. Wairarapa Bush should look to contest these kicks. If Tipu Haira is going to get that height on it again, we need to get someone up. It's gone a bit deeper this time.
Now going in there.
Number 8. I think we had got our try scorers mixed up. Try scorer was actually Hairiwa, Hone Hairiwa.
Oh, one of the co-captains.
Yep, number 6. Big high kick from Parks. Sam Gammy coming storming through. It's a great take from the Wairarapa Bush captain.
Can't tell you, never know what he's going to do. Lovely ball.
Yeah, offload. He's got a license today.
Ball's been stolen.
Fair steal, the ref says to East Coast, and then somehow big Stan Wright pops up with the ball. He doesn't get the same treatment.
I love it. There was a look up to the referee with who, me? What are you talking about?
East Coast looking to carve off a few metres and get themselves in a great attacking zone with the line out. And it may not be out. Malatai keeps it in.
He does well with it.
You're not going to see him kick it. He's going to have a go. Oh, Bracewell puts the ball into the safety of touch. East Coast will still get to throw the ball in a prime attacking position.
Yeah, they're just on the southern side of the 22, or pretty much on the 22 actually. So again, a wonderful attacking position, and again, it is McCarvey Black taking a very wide line. He's actually just outside the field of play now.
He's playing with their heads, isn't he?
Very, very much so. And it's good though, because what it does is drag the Wairarapa Bush defence across and potentially create holes in their midfield.
It does. It opens up space for the other East Coast players inside him. Not straight this time from East Coast.
Right, that's one all.
One apiece, and Wairarapa Bush will get the scrum feed. Again, it'll be interesting to see if Wairarapa Bush take the ball into the safety of touch or look to attack themselves. And East Coast have certainly made it known what they've come here to do.
And they're doing it.
Yep, they are.
Final game for these two teams, so nothing to lose. You might as well throw it all out there.
Wairarapa Bush back line lined up like they might have a go at it. Would not be surprised if you see just a little dab over the top, because the wingers are very, very deep, and there's a lot of space just in behind that to back line. Bracewell looking to take the ball and find touch. He hasn't connected that well though, has he? It's come off the side of his boot there, I think. Yeah, and it was taken from outside the 22 back in.
No one's touched it. Ngāti Pro East Coast. No, he thought about it though.
Yeah.
Should we go for the quick one?
I'd like to have known if he actually was going for touch, or if it was a kick pass to his winger.
Well, I think he was going for the wing, but it certainly looked like it came off the side of the boot.
Jorian Tangiere with the throw-in. First try scorer, the hooker. Going to the back. second try scorer, fair try scorer. Setting up Rollymore, not as tidy as their first one. Ball looks to be trapped in the middle there. Can they get it back?
Wairarapa Bush looking to hold that up.
And there it is with the East Coast lock. Starting to get a roll on now, but the ref has given it to Wairarapa Bush.
Yeah, there was the slight nudge forward, but they looked to be more like they were going sideways for a majority of that. Hence the fact that Wairarapa Bush have won the scrum.
Yep.
How do you think the scrum's going at the moment, Savannah? I mean, we saw the earlier collapse, but for the most part, they've been all right.
Yeah, it seems pretty even. There's no obvious domination from either team, I don't think, BG. And same as the line-out, I think has been fairly even as well.
A bit of corridor down there. I just had a message through. Someone said the scoreboard's ripping us off 2 points. We thought that too, actually. We weren't really sure about that, but earlier on, the referee waved the kick off, despite the fact the assistant referees put the flags up. So
from where we were sitting, and we were right behind the kicker, BG, he did look like he shanked it right, didn't he? Wairarapa Bush with the Pickering, and they'll get a scrum penalty. The ref suggesting that the East Coast player pulled the Wairarapa Bush prop down.
He's a big boy to pull down, stand right too, to be fair.
Yeah, I take my hat off to him.
Oh, it's great.
Yep.
I think it's great that, and this is what Heartland Rugby's about, right?
Yep.
It's about getting that call up and saying, yep, I am more than happy to put that jersey on and represent my province.
Oh, it's great for those young props and the young hooker that, he's playing alongside, to be able to play with a guy of that calibre and experience.
Very much so. Wilson with the throw. Oh, it's been stolen again, but no, it's been recovered now.
Now Bracewell, tougher in the midfield.
He's made some good ground tougher. He's made it probably 8 or 9 metres there as East Coast looked to steal the ball, but no, they've gone hands on the ground.
He never released it.
Got to release the tackler straight away.
Yeah, it's just slowing the ball. Wairarapa Bush could have had an opportunity to attack again quickly out wide. Ref says they did not get given that opportunity, so hence the penalty. Tougher, kick the touch. Wairarapa Bush needs to tidy up this line out. East Coast have contested well and have really disrupted a few of them. Going with the 5-man. Andrew McLean.
I've won that well, actually. Pod set up in the midfield.
Bracewell feeds Gammy.
Nice
He's
run
a real
from Gammy.
workhorse. Here's Pickering out quickly. Bracewell again. Tougher.
Right field step.
Ref's got his arm out again. It looks like another penalty advantage.
Well, at this point, you've got to be saying, how many? Is it time for the team warning?
No, don't get ahead of yourself, BG. I don't know about that.
I'm thinking we could use all the help we need at the moment.
Yeah. Send the player off, you reckon?
No, I wouldn't go that far this early on, but lovely step there from Bracewell. He cuts back in.
Pickering can go right. Wairarapa Bush keeping the ball alive. Brian now takes it in. Again, Inia Kartia.
Just caught by one of the players there.
Stand right with the beautiful halfback pass. Lob.
Not a lot of room out there, unfortunately.
Helahi. Gammy to clean. Pickering looking left. He's got options. Bracewell in behind. Tougher. It's inside.
No, we're going to go back for the penalty. It'll be interesting to see what the referee signals here. Or not signal, is the case. He's pointed the player offside was the call there against East Coast.
Wairarapa Bush, the lineouts have not been working as well as they would have hoped.
Given there is, other than provincial pride, obviously, nothing on this game, would you in a normal game have gone, we'll take the 3?
Yeah, I think we would have, and from both teams. Yeah.
I mean, we're now 28 minutes nearly into the game and down 19-0. You want to keep that scoreboard ticking over. And
do want to keep it ticking over. Like I said earlier, you need to, as Wairarapa Bush, they need to stay in the game. They need to stay within reach. The East Coast player looking pretty ginger there. He looks like he's coming to the sideline. It looks like, is it Gabe Takani?
Yeah, so that's an early replacement for Ngāti Porou East Coast. A bit of a shame because that'll mean, of course, the season's done now, right?
Yeah. At least he did it in the last game of the season and not the
Not the first.
No, not the first. Gabe Takani, also a big name around the Wairarapa traps. Takani is.
Right, so looks like it is 19. Patrick Allen set to replace. Injury replacement.
So Henry Wilson's going to get another opportunity. Wairarapa Bush is going to get another opportunity.
Safe hands of Andrew McLean.
Uncontested. Setting it up. Ball's at the back with Tupo Leolamanu. Here to use it. Breaks off. Big stand right takes the ball. Wairarapa Bush edging closer. 5 metres out now.
Made a couple of metres. They're going to have to be careful here. Those East Coast forwards, they're piling into those rucks.
Wairarapa Bush quick to pick the ball off the back.
That's what we need to be.
Yeah, they do.
The quicker you do it, the less time you have your opposition to give the chance for them to reset. They're edging closer.
Edging closer to the post. Tupo, and it looks like he's scored.
There it is.
I believe it's Tupo Leolamanu.
First
Wairarapa's Tongan 4. First points for Wairarapa Bush.
Look, and they needed that now. And they've 3 or 4 times they've been down there, down at that end of the park, and have not come away with any points. So they've done the mahi this time. They've kept the control of the ball very, very well. So yeah, it's great to see them be rewarded for that. Yeah,
done the mahi, got the treats. What they need to do now, though, re-huddle the team, take that ball, get it out of here. They've found what works for them, BG, and I think it's that if they can keep getting themselves into that attacking zone in the East Coast quarter and then keep that ball on tight with the forwards, they did an excellent job there.
It's always interesting too, on a wet day on a field of grass, you say, keep it tight, keep it tight. The turf does allow you to play a more expensive game.
Yeah, it does.
But from what we've seen from the Ferries, Wairarapa Bush today anyway, keeping it tight is very much working for them.
I think with the opposition, they've got a better chance of keeping it tight than they do of throwing it out wide against a team like this.
One team goes tight, one team looks to play wide, makes for a very entertaining game of footy.
It does, and Mugabe Black to get us underway again. Score is 19-7 to Ngāti Pro East Coast over Ferries Wairarapa Bush.
Good to see Nick Hohepa sideline again. Does that man ever age?
He doesn't age. He's a beautiful man, Nicholas Hohepa. And I dare say he wouldn't be far off pulling on the boots himself if Stan didn't answer the call. I imagine he was probably the next one. Play a medic. Pickering back to Tuffa. Looking to peel off meters. Ball safely into touch.
There we go. Assistant referee Jeffrey's got the flag up. Ready to go as Tangaderi for East Coast, the hooker, looks to set up. We've got a short line out too.
They have 5 men. Find the ball at the front.
Beautifully done, East Coast.
To Nono in the midfield. Out the back, it's an excellent tackle from Cartier. Did a great job there. Again out the back. Mugabe Black and dropped the ball.
Yeah, real shame. They look like to be a nice attacking threat there. And interesting that we're going left-right because it almost looked like a sevens play, actually. Drag your defence across and then create those holes in the middle. And they had the opportunity there for a potential overlap, East Coast.
Yep.
So
they're trying to play expansive and wide-running rugby. The weather probably is not doing its part here for them and what they're trying to achieve.
I wonder whether Jose left some pretty strict instructions for his brother about what to do and what style of game.
So he's not here today, is he?
I don't believe so, no.
Rico, player coach.
And hopefully we'll get to see him on the paddock in Tuesday 22 a little bit later on.
How awesome would it be to see him trotting out there. 43 years old now is Rico Gear. Pickering with the put into the scrum.
I'd like to know the oldest player for Wairarapa Bush, actually. Through the years.
Could only guess at that. Stan Wright.
Probably is, actually.
No, it's pretty East Coast fumbling the ball, but they managed to get it away. Good high kick, and they've let it bounce. What a Bush have. East Coast have come through and regathered it.
They've done that well.
We've got some good numbers out left here.
He's got his arm out for East Coast.
Yep. Not if the ball is going to go quickly. No, he's not. Wairarapa been let out of jail a couple of times with some passing issues in East Coast. See Fraser kicking to touch. He's made sure of that one, giving East Coast a good attacking opportunity, just a few metres shy of the 22. Again, we're going to see another short line out. Tangieri to throw the ball in.
No wind to speak of today. It's just drizzly, which is makes that ball that little bit more slippery. Certainly on the turf too.
East Coast taking it wide. Oh, no. It's a beautiful break. Tackled from behind from Wilson. He saved the day there with that one. And they've got a penalty. Isaac Bracewell over the ball.
He's done well. He's a plucky little player there, Bracewell, and he's gone straight over to grab his hands on it. And the referee's gone, no, penalty.
Between that steal from Bracewell and that tackle from Henry Wilson, they saved themselves there because that East Coast player just carved through that back line again.
Harawira's showing great hands actually in that line out on the wet forget replay and managing to control it, but that's a wonderful break from East Coast.
Some obvious miscommunication there from Wairarapa back line. Defence, Wilson to throw the ball in. Goes to Hurley at the front. Takes the ball down. Wairarapa set it up. Ball's at the back with Nell. Pickering going to fetch it out to Bracewell. To Tuffer. Going wide to Tipihara.
Lovely ball.
Sole Malatai.
He's going to need to step here. He's almost away. But good support play there as well.
That's our right winger was able to get over there. He's been a busy boy today. Fiola, Tamilo. Ryan now bounces out of a tackle.
5 metres out from halfway. The Ferries wanted up a bush. Good defence coming through from East Coast. Backdoor, Iniakati.
Not afraid to run it as Wairarapa. Tipihara, he's got the prop on the inside.
Oh, look at the chase of the prop.
Oh, it's excellent work. Oh,
Henry Wilson again. Unfortunate. It's gone back, though.
The ref's got his hand out. Big stand right. How good. Give it to him. He could have nearly reached out. Pickering into Gammy and Wairarapa Bush.
So close.
In hot attacking zone, they lose the ball.
Yep, the penalty advantage was still being played, I think. And there's a bit of a conversation now with the touch judge.
Be interesting to see the input from Chris Jeffries on this one.
Well, look, it's a difficult call too. I mean, there's a difference between deliberate knockdown and actually trying to go for the ball, and there's a bit of a natural reaction there. So, yeah, it will be interesting to see where they go with this one.
Not quite sure what happened there on that goal line, though, whether it was illegally stripped from an East Coast player on the ground or whether Wairarapa Bush lost that forward.
They got over the line, but the referee's ruled no try. And he's talking to one of the East Coast players.
He is, and he's got his hand in his pocket. He's pulled out a yellow card. I imagine that is for a intentional knockdown, BG? Professional foul?
Well, I think there must have been something on the line there. I don't think we're going back to that knockdown. We're going back to where it was knockdown, but was that it?
Yeah, it looks... It's what the players suggesting, that it was a deliberate knockdown from the Ngāti Pro first five. Fraser.
Which is a big loss for them because he is a class player.
Yeah, also their kicker as well.
I'm sure Martin could step up at any point.
What about Stan Wright hitting that ball at it would say a million miles an hour, but it'd be lying there. But Wairarapa Bush take it at the back.
Look, there's options there on the right too. Look at that blindside option.
Tupo Leolamanu has the ball, and now they have a penalty advantage again. Fiula Tamilo. Oh, that's great. And he's got it. He's got it. And that boy deserves a try too. He's been busy today, has he?
Look, at just reward, he hasn't had a lot of room to move all day, actually, has he? But, the blindside option was definitely there, and you can see Daryl Pickering having a look going, right, this is where we're going. Lovely inside step.
He had a lot of work to do,
He did.
Beat 3 or 4 players. Fiula Tamilo. The ref hasn't actually awarded this yet, or has he?
there are times in a game where you go, what exactly is going on here?
Yeah.
This is one of those times.
Oh, no, it's not a try. We obviously got that wrong, and I've missed something here. We've got a Wairarapa Bush penalty, and they've gone to the corner.
It's interesting because the try looked like it was scored.
It looked like it was scored.
And a penalty try would be awarded if an offence was committed throughout, the positioning of a try being scored. So,
lost there, but
I'm lost there as well.
it's like deja vu. The ball at the back again with Tupou Lealamanu, and he pops
He's
it
going to
off.
have a go. Oh! The ball's been dropped. It's gone forward as well and out.
No, is he?
No, another penalty's been blown. What is going on in the world, Tavita?
There's a post that is impeding my view of that part of the field, so I can't tell you what's even happening.
No, there is an East Coast player down that is getting some attention now. The Wairarapa Bush forwards are getting a drink in and having a bit of a conversation about what the heck is going on here.
Yeah, and I couldn't even tell you what's going on there, BG.
No, so honest. Twice they've scored, twice the try has been disallowed, and then they've knocked that one on so close to the line.
I could only guess that Wairarapa Bush had another penalty advantage, maybe, or missed something.
Which at that point you would imagine is something for offside, but not 100% sure.
Yeah, if only our ref was mic'd up. We'll have a bit more clarity on what's going on down there.
Yeah. So we're just on, what are we up, 37 minutes gone. And it is Ngāti Porou Coast 19, the Ferries Wairarapa Bush 7. Probably could have been 14 by now, or even 21. But no, they've just, it's a weird old game. Ngāti Porou Coast, of course, down to 10 players.
Wairarapa Bush has looked a lot better in this last 5-10 minutes, though, BG, than they have all game. Nearly sort of feel like they've got that extra, sort of the momentum shifted, especially within the forwards.
Yeah, they're very much working their way into it. That player lifted up, which is a bit of a concern.
Yeah, Tipi Hara standing by the ball, so it looks like we're probably going to see a Wairarapa Bush penalty here again.
Yeah, again, for those that are watching, not really 100% sure what that penalty was for.
And very, very impressed with a couple of these Wairarapa Bush forwards, BG. Tupou Lealamanu prop has been devastating with the ball in hand. Sam Gammy has been a workhorse, and Stan Wright, and this is not just sympathy, but that boy is having a good game, mate. Great game.
Yeah, he is. And what a great story. Tuesday, can you make training? Hold my beer, I'm on my way.
Looks like we've got an injury replacement, and it's our co-captain, Hone Hairiwa, that looks to be coming off, blindside flanker.
So Richard Green set to take his place.
He'll be a loss. He's been good. He's had a solid game so far as Hairiwa.
Our try scorer from earlier on as well.
Yep. East Coast contested. Oh, it's beautiful.
Very, very well done.
Beautiful contest in East Coast.
Good clearance.
Himself out of trouble. It's a great one-handed take from Fiola Tamilo. Throws it into Tipi Hara.
We'll look to move it out to Malantine. No, he says, I'll go myself. Thanks very much. He's got support there, though.
Wilson with the ball.
Henry Wilson bounces out of one.
Wairarapa Bush still have the ball here inside the East Coast half. Pickering. Go back door to Bracewell.
Nonny's waiting.
Yeah, Nonny's waiting. Oh, that looked to be forward from Tuffa, and the ref has seen it.
Again, it's razzle-dazzle rugby.
There's some razzle. It's been some open rugby. It's been a good game to watch. Yeah, Tipi Hara, and you're ghosting across field, and you look up and you got Matanonu steaming down your face. I would have cut back in as well. Yeah.
I was waiting for the cut back in and the flick out to the left to Malatai, but...
To be honest, if I was in this position, I would have just chucked the ball over my head and screamed like a little girl.
Good to see a few of the boys having a Fanta or two. Peter Beach over there making that Wairarapa Bush jersey look a little bit more stretchy.
Yeah, looks like he's let himself go, but it's Beachy.
Probably do with the haircut. Yeah. I'm sure he can go to the hairdresser. Good on you, Beachy, and I know that you would have loved to have been out there playing. but had an injury towards the end of the season as well.
Yeah, an injury with his back. Wairarapa Bush throw the ball and go quickly. Bracewell, look at the numbers here for Wairarapa Bush.
That's a double knock on.
McGarvey Black lets the ball slip between his fingers again. It would have been a sure 7-pointer for East Coast if he had picked that one up.
Not happy, slams the ball down.
Yeah, it is getting a little bit stop-start now. And it's a East Coast put in.
About 8 metres on the Wairarapa side of halfway. There are 39 minutes gone. It is 19-7 Ngāti Pro East Coast over the Ferries, Wairarapa Bush.
It's good to see Wairarapa Bush not afraid to throw that ball and chance their arm with the quick throw in.
Yeah, which is great. And, I think that is the spirit of these two teams in this game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. In the position that they found themselves in this late in the season. Nonu. Oh, there's a great tackle from India Katia. Yeah. Oh, a great tackle from Katia on Nonu. Nonu poking it in behind.
It's a
great kick. Oh, it is. Beautiful kick. It's trickled out of bounds a metre from the Wairarapa Bush goal line, and it looks, East Coast players suggesting that it came off the Wairarapa Bush winger's hand.
So it's a defensive scrum for the Ferries, Wairarapa Bush. What a position to be in.
And on the replay, we've got Inia Katia again hitting Nonu as he passes the ball.
Sully Malatai saying, that player held me back, what's going on? He looked over at the assistant referee.
He takes the ball at the front. Wairarapa Bush looking to set a drive, and Pickering happy to kick the ball out and take half time. I would too in that. I would have too in that position of the field.
We'll defeat a first half which has seen huge possession for in the early stages for Ngāti Pro East Coast and 19 points. But Wairarapa Bush have actually worked really hard to get back into this game. They have. And if we had stats, I wouldn't be surprised if possession is close to 50-50, territory is close to 50-50. Wairarapa Bush and East Coast both playing very different styles of rugby, BG. Yeah, it's just come down to little mistakes from Wairarapa Bush when it comes to actually turning those into scoring points. But that said, they're getting themselves in the right position. It's just little things that haven't really gone their way, whether it be a knock on here or a succession of penalties as well, which also hasn't helped. So, of course, you've got Ngāti Pro East Coast down to 14 men, probably for another 6 minutes, maybe even a little bit less than that in the second half. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half of go by. Both teams not afraid to chance their arm. What's working for Wairarapa Bush is just holding that ball in close, building those phases deep, making the most of those penalty advantages, and there have been a few of them too, BG? Oh, there have been, and again, so we're going to go back to that kick. So this is the kick. The touchies put it up. It didn't look like it hit it. No, there's been some interesting play, and obviously, I don't know, there is 40 minutes left in the season for these two teams, and so the opportunities haven't come out wide for East Coast, and they very much looked for that earlier on and signalled that. So, I don't know, do you have another go in the second half? Oh, of course you do. Like there's something. The last game of the season for both of these teams, they'll be looking to set a platform for the 2022 campaigns. Wairarapa Bush will be looking. A win today is going to be massive for that team. The backs that have impressed you so far, apart from Inia's play and that head on Nonu? I think Tapa has been solid for Wairarapa Bush. Really like the looks of the first five from Ngāti Pro East Coast. Fraser, he has been good. We haven't seen much from McGarvey Black. We know that when he gets the ball in hand, he's an absolute threat. Just a replay there, looking at that earlier try from Parawera. What a try that was too. I mean, he just, like you said, hot knife through butter. It almost looked like no one was there. Yeah, and it seems as though Wairarapa Bush has picked up their defensive efforts a bit, but they're guilty of that. Really let out of jail with that the other break from East Coast that was tackled by Wilson and then turned over by Isaac Bracewell. Parawera again, just look at the replay. This one here. The line-out ball that he took was exceptional. But again, it was just a couple of missed tackles from Wairarapa Bush that really let East Coast in. But Henry Wilson,
there, and then Isaac Bracewell over the top. and that was you can't let players run like that. He was nearly untouched.
Yeah. No, some good work going in around that ruck, and when you get someone like Isaac Breakswell or Sam Morrison there, they're getting over that ball quick enough to force that penalty, which is good. Toby Hora's done well at fullback, I think.
He's done very well at fullback. And geez, that's prop Tupo Lelamanu, and here he goes again. And this is the deliberate knockdown. Just looked deliberate, but it was a knockdown nonetheless.
Yeah, I know. It's a difficult rule, isn't it? I mean, the law says one thing, but as you know, Tabita, when you're playing, a lot of it's instinct.
Yeah, it is.
And whether it's palm up or palm down, or you know.
Yeah, it puts the ref in a tricky compromised position. He's got to go off his gut.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if Wairarapa Bush look to use this bench in the second half.
I just had a message through from friend of mine who said, "Hey BG, I'm sure Taraina Hanare or Mark Benton were the oldest to represent Wairarapa Bush." There you go. I just saw coverage to video the other day of it's been shared around social media, the 1987 team playing Wellington, where tries were, back in those days, 4 points. And there was a lot of big names mentioned: Brian Womble-Stiles, Breen Anderson, Phil Rutany, Mark Benton. It's great to have that nostalgia, because we're not going to see a Wairarapa Bush side back in a championship or premiership first division again.
No, well, this is what professionalism's done to our game. Saying that, here we are, we're watching Wairarapa Bush versus East Coast, and we've got 3 All Blacks, the Māori All Black. Could have had another All Black there for Wairarapa Bush, so maybe not. And it's really good to see these guys coming back to grassroots and giving something back to the game, though, BG. Oh,
very much so. I think it's absolutely outstanding, and we've seen that across the board, actually, in a lot of the unions. I mean, earlier this year, Sam Kane with his one cap now for King Country.
Yeah.
But it's those sort of things that bring in the crowds, that bring in the excitement.
Yeah. And just great experience for the fellow players. I know in my debut season, I got the opportunity to play as number 8 with Piriwepu, and what an amazing experience that was. He's a good lad, and just the knowledge that he passed on to the young guys in that team, and or even the old guys in the team as well. It's awesome. It's a great experience, and to see a guy out there with the level of experience of Martin Nonu, one of the greatest of all time. It's amazing. It's great. It's great for footy.
It's fantastic, and it was certainly, you mentioned Piriwepu, great to have him part of the Wairarapa Bush makeup for a couple of years, and he's doing pretty well with his television shows. And a few weeks ago on Sunday, I was watching a replay of a trip down to Ngawi, where he went out and did quite well for himself.
For these tiki tours he has.
So if you're watching today, Piri, kia ora. It's great to have had you part of the Wairarapa Bush makeup.
Would have loved to see you trot out there, maybe at second five for Wairarapa Bush against your old mate Martin Nonu.
We might as well have called it Nathan Rewai Cup. Put all the corals out on the paddock to meet us.
I bet you Wairarapa Bush was probably only 1 or 2 injuries away from actually fielding him in a Bush jersey this season too.
Yeah. No, like you said earlier, there's probably a dozen players that were out due to injury, either prior to the season starting or certainly throughout the season. It's been really good running from Johan Van Vliet, from the likes of Lewis Bush. Jerry Mapasura, I think, has had probably his best season.
He's played some good footy, and he's not a large man, but he has played some really good footy up against some big humans in this Heartland competition.
Not sure the ladies would like to hear that there's not a large man. I'm sure Jerry's loving every minute of it. No, it has been a bit of a struggle this year, but look, every club goes through this, every union goes through this from time to time.
But sometimes you've got to actually ask yourself too, though, BG. Is it just a coincidence, or is there something that we could have done differently? To lose, nigh on a dozen players through injury through a Heartland campaign. Is it a coincidence, or is there? Should we be preparing our players differently for this competition? I don't know.
Don't know.
But fortunate that we've got some depth.
It's good to see you getting a bit of a mention on the commentary there. Papawai Prowler.
Go to Papawai Prowlers.
Outstanding. No, thoroughly enjoyed the game. There's no doubt about that. And looking forward to the second half, which is only a couple of minutes away. Usually see the commentary in the Heartland competition, Tavita, and most people would, sort of be fairly quiet for the 10 minutes at half time and maybe shoot down to get a hot dog. But us, obviously, we're athletes.
Athletes.
You don't do that sort of thing.
Yep. Tony Hargood barred us from visiting the gravel pit at half break. Promised us some extra refreshments at full time.
As Ngāti Whare's coach returned to the field. So a couple of injuries for them, unfortunately, in the first half, and from a couple of very key players for them, as well as that yellow card to their first 5'8", Fraser, which was a real shame because, as you mentioned, Davida, not only is he the kicker, but he's certainly been instrumental in a lot of that distribution.
Yeah, linking that up. Yep. And the player that they did lose, their co-captain, Hone Hairewa, yeah, he's been solid. He's been great in the line-out as well, responsible for a couple of those steals.
Doesn't look like there's any changes for East Coast.
See Trent Boswell-Wakefield, Wilson back in the field. So Boswell-Wakefield, I believe, and I'm only guessing that he's a lone player from Hawke's Bay. He's played for the Magpies for a number of years. He's represented New Zealand at under 20s level. Very, very talented lock/loose forward.
Oh, it's fantastic. I do wonder whether we'll see jersey 22 come out today.
And the player coach, Rico Gear. Were you talking about more Falaniko?
Oh, more.
Oh, more Nico here.
He started both games, actually. I think all games.
Yeah, and obviously just chosen to give Fiola Tamilo an opportunity. And, to be honest, I believe he's taken it with two hands. And it's a pity that it's the last game of the season because he, for Wairarapa Bush, for their backs anyway, would be my player of the day so far. So you can see James Pakulti running out there, jersey number 16. So we believe there's been a change at hooker, maybe.
He'll be replacing Henry Wilson.
Yep. Stan Wright waltzing back out.
Seeing Matthew Masoi and young Mr. Wakefield taking the pine. Two lovely young guys and two very talented players.
Oh, look, I hope that we get to see Logan Wakefield trot out there today for his debut for Wairarapa Bush. So it would definitely make his parents and grandparents proud. Proud Carterton man and a very well-known name in the Carterton community is Wakefield.
Very much so. Ngāti Whare's coach take it from the kickoff. They're a couple of metres out from their own 22. Ball goes back. They're looking to run the pods at the moment, East Coast, as they take the ball to ground again. They're not really going anywhere. Again, only a couple of metres out from their own 22 as they look to pass back. That is a pass back, though. You won't want to kick that out on the full. Nonu goes up. Hira lines it up. Takes the ball quite well and manages to offload.
Yep, Fiola Tamila with the ball. Managed to retain it as Wairarapa Bush on the halfway mark. Pickering gets the ball out. Tupo Lealamanu with the carry. So Gammy will go over top. Looking at his options here on the left.
Pakulti,
the replacement for Wairarapa Bush.
Stand right running the decoy here.
Isaac Bracewell sliced through. Gets the ball to Gammy, the captain. Wairarapa Bush in great attacking position.
Can't see a lovely inside ball. Big stand right. Drops the shoulder into Nonu.
Wairarapa Bush still with the ball. Katia.
Oh, he's placed that very, very well. Pakulti with another big hit. It is the big boys, the old boys. They've spilled it forward.
Nonu, he's going wide.
Look, there's options here. There's an overlap.
Trouble if they can get it to that winger with space. Oh, this could be a penalty the same way. Norohi Nagabi Black. All the ground. It's a foot race. Oh,
That's a great try.
Put the afterburners on. He is a very fast human being.
Yeah.
Very fast human being. Is Ngarohi Magabi Black.
Fantastic try. He has been given options, or look to be the option all game. So it's nice to see him actually rewarded with a fiver.
Yeah, be interested to see who's going to take the conversion here for East Coast with the kicker on the chair, on the naughty chair.
Oh, if we're looking on the wet and forget replay, tougher, just behind him there.
We've got to let him off that one.
Yeah, I think we do.
That guy's got an Olympic silver medal in his bloody wardrobe.
It's probably a bit more in his wardrobe.
He's missed the kick, has he? That's Sam Park stepping up to take conversion. He's the other captain.
won't be long before that yellow card is returned.
No. Geez, that was some speed from the man.
Wasn't it?
Yep.
Unbelievable. There's a couple of sides this year. The wingers have been really impressive, really quick. Wanganui and certainly South Canterbury as well.
South Canterbury's got the hot machine, tri-screen machine on their wing. When they let the ball bounce.
It's gone forward. We're going to go for the knock on. The referee says no, we'll go for the knock on. It's a scrum here. It's Wairarapa bush ball. It is about 22.5 metres out on the east coast side of halfway.
24-7, Ngāti East Coast and Wairarapa Bush have a prime chance to strike back now and get themselves back in the game.
Oh, look, so we've seen a change, obviously, in the front row with Pakoltui in there now. This will be very experienced forward. There's no doubt about that.
Yep. James Pakoltui, also a Cook Island representative, playing alongside his Cook Island teammate and Stan Wright. James
representing, was it this year? This year it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, for the last 2 years I believe he's represented Cook Island, last 3 years maybe. Pickering to fetch the ball out the back, Bracewell standing ready and waiting. It's Tougher. Tougher takes on the line, Nonu drags him down.
Getting over the ball.
Yeah, and he got the ball too.
Nicely too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful steal from Nonu, puts it down in behind the Wairarapa Bush team.
Oh, that's a great kick, lovely
Fiula
bounce.
Tamilo. Is it Suli Malatai, and he gives them room.
Yeah.
This guy's got some speed to burn too.
Certainly does. That's a lovely step.
Oh,
He's managed to hang on. Katia. He gets caught in a bit of traffic. Pickering with the ball now. He goes down.
White Bush have got to go wide. Look at the numbers here. To be Hira. Tougher.
Yeah, he spotted the gap that maybe should have been kicked a little bit earlier.
Naruhi Mugabe Black. It's a foot race between the same two again. Oh, he's opted to take it to the far side, and it's not going to go. He's put himself in it. Katia drops the ball. I was going to say he's put East Coast in a very compromised position.
It's not something you actually see that often from Katia.
No, it's not. He's a very, he's one of the most solid on defence, and he's also one of the most solid under those high balls. But, East Coast let out of jail there.
Yeah, very, very much so. 24-7 is the score. It is Ngāti Whānau East Coast leading the Ferries, Wairarapa Bush, 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes into the second half.
We see another substitution, is it? I know, we see the first 5 coming back on. So Fraser has re-entered the field. East Coast up to 15 players.
Yeah, and they've done well with that 14, to be fair.
Yeah, they have done well. They've done very well. They've managed to accumulate points. Parks have to put into the scrum.
Pretty solid scrum.
Taking it right to Fraser. Just to put it down. It's going to be out. Suli Malatai.
Quick throw option.
Assessing his options.
No. You've come up too quick.
They'll go back a long way. 5 metres outside the 22. Wairarapa Bush have a crack at it.
So James Pakoltui with his first try of the game.
You can see Vessi Luatua, number 18 for Wairarapa Bush, warming up. Goes to Ryan now at the back. Pickering to Bracewell. To Katia.
Oh, he's hit hard. He takes some big hits for a what you call a bit of a little man.
Yeah, he's a ball of muscle though. Ref has his arm out in favour of Wairarapa Bush for not rolling away East Coast. Pickering, beautiful ball out there for Fiula Tamilo. The winger breaks a couple.
It's gone in, probably 15 short of the line now.
Let's keep the ball alive. Wairarapa Bush need to move us again. East Coast over the top. And the ref is going to take it back for the... That was a cracker of a pass there from Pickering out wide to the winger. Flat ball over the top.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And India Katia's gone quickly. Got players outside him. He's close. I think he's mistaken Pakoltui for Malatai. He put the ball a bit too far in front of him.
Slight bit of difference in the haircuts there, in here. Yeah. That's terrible.
And I can see another player out there for East Coast, Rapata Hairewa. So maybe a relative of Hone Hairewa, the co-captain.
Tiki Luatua taking the field now for the Ferries, Wairarapa Bush. A couple more changes in the forwards.
Matt Marsoy is it as well out there.
All right, so the numbers are a little bit different than what we've got.
Was it? No, it is Luatua. Sorry, you're correct. You're right. Punch the ball back midfield, going across his Malatai. Tipihara takes the ball. Options outside him. Suli Malatov the ball. Looks to have a go on Nonu. That's a beautiful tackle from East Coast player. Tamalio backed into a corner, runs straight at Nonu. Pickering going wide. Tupo Leolamanu with the ball in hand.
Oh, he's come through. He had all rights to that.
Oh no. East Coast have the ball double knock on by the looks of it. East Coast should have the put into the scrum here.
And they do a couple of metres on the Wairarapa Bush side of halfway. They look to form up good attacking opportunity here. It's any sort of, what you'd call devastating runs from Ma'a, but this is a really good opportunity now to test that Wairarapa Bush backline.
Yeah, he's very much been a distributor today, has he? Nonu?
Well, he is on contract. You wouldn't want to get injured in your final game, would you?
This is true. This is true. East Coast with the put into the scrum. Still looks to be drizzling out there, but not as heavy as it was earlier in the game.
Good crowd. A few more on the embankment side of the ground.
Oh, and he's muffed that one up. Wairarapa Bush have a penalty here. That was a great scrum from Wairarapa Bush. Very dominant push from that front row.
So East Coast being penalised there for offside play. Varies Wairarapa Bush to be higher at the ball, so they'll look to kick to the corner and put themselves in a try-scoring position. Not a bad kick.
Not a bad kick. Just outside the 22. Wairarapa Bush. Pakuti looking to get that ball. Because though we've got another 5-man line out. Gammy out in the back line. Matt Masoi is on the field, BG. So must have replaced Matt Perry by the looks of it.
Oh, East Coast have again won another line out.
Numbers back there. Hira takes that ball.
He's looking to link up now. No, he says I'll have a go myself. A lovely dummy pass. It takes a bit of a run. There's no way to offload that though. So the Wairarapa Bush backs and forwards straight over that ball for protection. The penalties come again.
Penalty there. Wairarapa Bush, should they look to go quickly?
Referee says get out of it.
This East Coast forward pack look to be puffing a bit. Tough at this time to put the ball in the corner.
It's interesting, isn't it, that we're in early November and most of our games at home. The temperatures have been around 20 odd degrees, and we're finally in our last game. We've actually got some rain. It's a bit
yep. Good for the grass on the turf, won't it?
Should grow in, have to mow this time. Right?
Yep. They've put in Wairarapa Bush have opted a full line out.
Stand right, looking to make sure everyone's all nice and straight. It's great to have two referees on the field. Oh, it's been overthrown.
Overthrow.
Cooked, but Wairarapa Bush have got it back. Is that Andrew McLean in there?
It is. Gammy takes the ball. Isaac Bracewell goes wide. Matt Masoi.
Oh, he's
the replacement.
He's out of one.
He's a big human being as well, as he Matt Masoi.
I had the pleasure a couple of years ago of coaching Matt. He's a nice young gentleman, really, really keen to learn. He's been playing a bit of rugby in Palmerston North.
Looks as though there's been another substitution with Sam Morrison coming on for Pickering and Bracewell moving to halfback. Had a solid game today, Daryl Pickering.
Yes, I think we're pretty happy with that. Wairarapa Bush looking to run the pods, but Ngāti Paro East Coast.
They're coming over the top.
And piled in over there. And they've won the penalty.
And they'll go quickly. And he was not back 10.
That's it.
That is.
You're
lucky. They are lucky.
An easier try than that.
He's going to timeout. It's going to be very interesting. It did not look like he was near back 10 on that one, BG. No. And I might be wrong, but I may be wrong.
But I don't know. He would have been back at least 6. Toughest says, I'll take it and I'll score it. Thanks very much.
Just take that quickly now.
No, they've allowed the try. Looks like it. A lot of conversation going on there. Referee's coming across. He said, no, he was back 10.
He's given the try. Inia Cartel with a crunching tackle.
We won't forget replay, and Tuffer will be pretty stoked with that. I mean, that was gift wrapped. Yep. And it all come back from the second big hit today from Inia Cartel. He's kind of making up for that we fluff up earlier, I think.
Yeah, yep. And Martin Nonu leaving the field. Gets a bit of an applause from the grandstand.
Yeah, and a good crowd here today as well to be in the grandstand. But what a campaign of the game to be still playing, and after all those years of top professional rugby, for not only Super Rugby, but the All Blacks as well. And what a great servant of the game.
Yeah, definitely. definitely a great servant of the game. Not a bad substitution to run out the way. One All Black replaces another All Black. We've got Rico Gear. Rico Gear is in the house.
Brilliant.
Ngārohi Magabi Black to get East Coast back underway. 24-14, it's a 10-point game. And BG, I think this is still anyone's game here.
Oh, very much so. Very much so.
Wobbly old kick from Magabi Black, taken by Matt Marsoi.
He's done well. He's got 3 or 4 metres on that after being that runner after that first initial hit. Ball goes wide. Oh, it's a shocker of a
there's Gear. First touch of the ball. Oh, no! Rico Gear!
Oh, look.
Look
at the smile. Look at the smile. Yeah. And that's not all mouth guard, I'll have you know. Rico Gear says, thanks very much. If in doubt, go down on it.
I feel Tippy Hira will be feeling absolutely terrible right there, right now. He was sure the ball was going to go out. It looked at
Rico Gear with the soccer skills there.
It looked like it was going to go out, so you can see Tippy just left it, or did he miss the nudge out?
Actually, when you take a look, there's a finger on it on the Wet Forget replay. That finger is all you need. Downward pressure, and Rico Gear.
Oh, and I've said no try.
Oh, they haven't, have they? He's like, but bro, I was right there.
We've seen it all today. We've seen it all.
We have seen it all.
We can't keep up.
They haven't got downward pressure. He's not allowing the try.
No try. Take it back. Knock on. I don't even know what that. Oh, don't start. But it's a scrum. East Coast ball, 5 metres from the line.
Right.
Do not know.
No.
Just had a comment come through about the quality of the live stream, and so we need to do a shout out to Dino on the camera. He's with Shane, and they're doing a fantastic job. They've done a fantastic job for all of the Wairarapa Bush home games this year.
It's really good actually to be able to bring you this coverage. And I know that there's certainly a lot of people that will be, very, very thankful for that, especially for those obviously that can't come to the game, all those watching at home or
trapped overseas or in Auckland.
Well, Auckland does feel like overseas at the moment, doesn't it?
And see Isaac Bracewell snatched the ball off the East Coast halfback, so maybe Lord knows.
Oh no, but what?
Oh, now they've changed it again. It's goal line dropout, I believe. If we're looking at the replay here, Tippy Hira.
So he doesn't get a hand to the ball from what we saw earlier. Gets a foot to it.
Maybe they're saying that the ball's gone over the dead ball line, which in that case it would be a 22 dropout. But
goal line?
Oh, look, if you went upstairs, Rico Gear put a finger on that ball, I would have said a try. And maybe it's just justice that the ball's gone out on the full, and it is East Coast scrum 5 metres out from the line.
Look, other than the streaker, and I'm not encouraging that, we've kind of seen everything in this game.
We've seen everything.
Well, unless Anton Persico's in the crowd somewhere. So thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what happened there.
I'll look forward to seeing more replays of that and rewinding and rocking and rolling it, and having a wee look again.
Look, one thing we do need to remind our viewers at home is that whilst BG and our viewers at home are privy to these replays, our referees and touch judges are not. So, they're a great bunch of volunteers doing the best that they can with what they see in front of them.
Yeah, exactly.
The East Coast have a penalty.
That's going to be
going to go quick, and they are going to take it quickly, and they'll spread it wide. Fraser looks isolated.
Oh, he's knocked it on. That one's gone on. There's been a high shot there too on Mullentine.
That's an odd decision to make there from the captain. Tap the ball and throw it to a completely isolated player.
Surely that far out, you would have looked at an 8 off the back option.
Yeah.
But this, like we said earlier, the game said everything. So why not chance your arm? Why not throw it around a little bit? And they've got a 10-point lead.
Yep, they do, and they're looking to extend that, and they're going to need to extend that because the way Wairarapa Bush has been playing in this last 20 minutes, it's not over by all means.
No, not at all.
Bracewell to feed the ball. Got Cartier lining up at first receiver. He'll look to crash the ball, set them up in a good kicking position.
Makes some good ground too, Cartier.
Yep. Back to Sammy Morrison. Puts the ball on his right boot.
was a good chase coming from the green and reds as they let the ball bounce, but no, in full control. Ball cuts
Fraser
back.
takes the ball. It's like a game of touch rugby out there. Not afraid to spin the ball.
Some wonderful
It's the
passing
replacement,
from
number
East
21. Oh, he's got numbers. It's got the halfback inside him. Looked like a forward pass. He's released it and he's gone and had a second crack in there. I can see the ball grounded from here. The touch judge is going to tell him it was grounded. I'd be interesting to see if he calls a forward pass there, though, BG.
You wouldn't know in this game, though.
I would not know.
Would you?
I would not know.
It's probably a scrum 40 metres away.
Sam Parks, captain of East Coast, did a great job to release that ball, especially while the players were all over them. Then regather it and then have another crack at the try line.
Look, you've got to be sure of it, certainly at this level of the game. There's quite the corridor going on between the referee and the assistant referee.
No, I think it's going to be more core of if that pass was forward, and if it wasn't, I think we're going to see him raise the right arm and try to East Coast.
Quite a discussion going on there. I'm new to town. Who's the best fish and chip shop?
Greytown Fish Supply every day of the week, BG.
Discussion now with the Wairarapa Bush captain, Sam Cammy. Try's been awarded.
Try time. Sam Parks. Making up for that handling error.
Lovely comment coming through from Araha and the Mihinui. We do appreciate that. It's fantastic. So it is Ngāti Porou East Coast, and they have extended their lead 29-14 with the kick to come. This game has still got so much more to offer with 23 odd minutes left on the clock.
What a cracker game. And for the conditions that we're facing today, I mean, look, it's not a muddy pitch by no means, but the rain's falling. There's a breeze out there. And both teams, industrious play in the work of Tony Lyford, BG. Not afraid to throw the ball, not afraid to express themselves.
And a lovely comment coming through from Danny, actually. Great stream viewing from the US. So great to have you on board.
Kia ora, mate. Kia ora.
And that one shot out to the right.
It's missed it as Fraser. So 29-14. Still got 25 minutes of football here to play. 3 minutes, sorry. Tipu Hara looks to get us underway. I think he's got to put it into a position that we can contest this BG. He's definitely capable of it with his boots.
Well, I think too.
And he has. What a great kick start.
That is a very, very good kick, actually.
Yeah. Well taken by the East Coast player. For Parks, looks to be looking for a box kick, and he does. Got pressure coming through from Mugabe Black. And Fiona Tamilo, and he's knocked it forward. East Coast, we have another crack at it. The lock goes wide.
It's Malatai.
Yeah.
No, the referee's called it back.
Very unlucky, Sully Malatai.
The interesting thing here is the referee has called it back for the knock on. It's East Coast ball, but the way the game's gone, you might as well just let it go because it's been open, it's been free, it's been fun.
Some good footy, all right.
Malatai would have been away there too. I'm pretty confident he would have scored that.
Yeah, well, he's an absolute weapon as well as Sully Malatai.
Now, you would have been playing in the game against Bullet when he's got 5 tries.
5 tries on his 21st birthday.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was what a performance that day. And we haven't really seen him today, being able to, with great opportunity, ball in hand, able to unleash. And he maybe hasn't been as busy as Fiola has out on the other wing, but
scrum penalty again. That's probably the third now for Wairarapa Bush. James Buckelty arguing the point with the referee. So East Coast are about 4 or 5 metres in on their side of halfway, but they will look to punch it down the way. They've been kicking as well to they'll get some good yardage out of this.
Yep, Fraser looks to take the ball. He'll be looking to put them in the 22 of Wairarapa Bush. And he doesn't.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, commentator's curse. He pulls it left. But they'll get the throw in nonetheless.
All right, so they're about 15 metres now into Wairarapa Bush territory. And it looks like we've got another change coming up for East Coast.
Change for East Coast. Is it fullback, is it?
I'm not 100% sure. East Coast hitting the ball up the midfield. Great attacking position.
And they look to go.
Left. Oh, what a switch. What a switch.
McGarvey Black with the ball. Just weaving through weaving through the defenders. There is McGarvey Black. Parks brings it out. Fraser looks to be isolated.
Stolen.
There Lamanu takes the ball. Solid contact.
Seatbelt tackle there.
Yep. Look to slip up on Sole Malatai. Bracewell back to Tibihara. See space in behind. Rico Gear chasing back.
Go Koro.
Go Koro.
He takes his time. He says, I've earned this. Ryan Nell puts up a bit of a challenge, but it's been a wonderful kick, actually. Bracewell flips it out wide. He's coming out well. Hyra with the ball. Hyra having a run. Cuts through. Yeah, no, he's actually making some good. He's done a great job.
Slipped a couple there. It's Tibihara.
Sam Gammy.
Sole Malatai, another opportunity taken out. Great tackle from Ropata Hairewa, the winger for East Coast.
Good old-fashioned winger on winger. Yep. It is Mo'o coming onto the paddock now, and he's replacing Tibihara.
Tibihara's had a solid game today, BG.
Yeah, I think he has actually, and I'm sure he'll have a good laugh at that earlier challenge with Rico.
We're going to watch the replay here. Here it is, Tibihara. Rico Gear scored that, mate. Yeah, I'm a jug. The ball is at the back with Jorian Tangaere. Semi Parks weighing up his options. Tangaere to take it. Throws it in. Vesta Lua Tua. Ball. Got some more subs out there from Wairarapa Bush. As you can see Tarongo Tiki on the field there. Number 19.
Good Carterton man.
He's a good lad, is Tarongo Katia. Back inside.
Lovely offload to Taffa. It's been
a little knock on there on the ground from Taffa.
Brace from saying, sure about the ref? I've never seen a ref change his mind like that.
No, ever. No. Maybe when he's blowing a try, like he's done it probably 10 times today, but not out there in the field of play, no.
Yeah, substitution coming on now for Ngāti Porou East Coast and jersey 17, Mike Chambers Raroa. There's a player down from East Coast.
There's about 3 players down from East Coast. Someone's got cramp. Someone's been seen to by the medics.
One of the things you do see, and you'll know this, Tawita, from playing on the field, I certainly know it from refereeing on it, if you don't have a really, really good stretch, like a really good stretch while playing on artificial turf, that cramp can really set in.
Right, set in, and then it's danger zone for the old hamstrings and calf muscles, that's for sure.
Yep.
It looks as though both of our locks, maybe, and they're both getting up. Boswell Wakefield and number 18 for Ngāti Porou East Coast, Richard Green.
He's a tough man, Richard, and he says, nah, I'm right. I've got some of that magic water on, and good to go.
Yeah, 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes still a long time.
Look at the size of that gentleman coming off there for Ngāti Porou East Coast. He's a big boy.
No thanks to tackling him.
And what I love is the fact that as he come off, he tapped his chest. Yeah. He tapped his emblem. Proud to play for East Coast, and good on you.
They have got to be one of the most passionate rugby fraternities in New Zealand. Has Ngāti Porou East Coast.
Sure, and once again, just it's great to have our viewers streaming in from Ruatoria and surrounds, and this is coming through before from Gisborne. I hope you guys are all right there, and certainly hope that your property has been spared some of this devastation from months worth of rain falling in.
Penalty, Wairarapa Bush. Scrum World thought we might see a reset, but he's calling it done as intentional. Wairarapa Bush, be interesting to see what they do here. Going to go to corner, are they? Tougher.
Yep. Ferries Wairarapa Bush will need to score, at least 3 times now, actually, to take the lead in this game.
Yeah. 29-14, we've got a 15-point lead. Tarongo Tiki now off the throw-in.
Yeah, it's an important line out. We've
go to the back. It's a beautiful throw from Tarongo. Hit Ryan now at the back. Wairarapa Bush setting up a rolling maul. There's some good numbers there too. Ball sitting at the back with Masoi, who breaks off. He's having to go out the corner, and he looks to have scored.
He looks like he's done it.
There's some great work from set piece.
He's pretty happy.
Bush forwards.
Slamming the ball on the ground. Matthew Marsoy, one very, very happy man. He's a player of origin, or lone player, as they call him, out of the varsity club, formerly played for the Marist Club in Masterton.
Won't hold that against him, BG.
Still at the final 2 years ago to me. But no, fantastic to see him out there. And again, look at that passion. I mean, that's what I love about Heartland Rugby. There just seems to be that little more passion than say the Super Rugby teams.
Yeah, that connection with the roots here at home, you know.
Very much.
It's great to have guys like him back over here playing for the hometown. More Falaniko lining up the conversion from out wide, 5 metres in.
Now, I don't want to jinx him to beat it. He's an amazing kicker. We've seen him slot it from 55 metres. He kicked amazingly in the club rugby final, and as we found out later, with a dodgy ankle, I understand it was actually fractured.
Yeah, so I've heard. Must have gone over and got some of those magic leaves. It's not going to be short for distance, I can tell you that.
No.
The touch judges don't look to be putting up the flags, so no. 10 points in it.
Did put the commentator's goose. Lovely comment coming through. Tiaki, appreciate your comment this morning.
Tiaki,
apparently we're a great combo.
Yin and yang.
Big Mac with the Diet Coke, another great combo. Life's about balance.
Mugabe Black, get us back going. Still kick it back. Bracewell underneath it. To Cartier, he won't kick it.
No, he'll run it. He's bounced one off.
Yep.
The lovely little Fijian bunt.
Luatua takes the ball. Got support players there from Wairarapa Bush.
Seem to have really lifted their tails now, the Stags, haven't they?
I'm interested to see if they want to keep the ball in hand or Morrison kicks it down.
I don't know about replacing Lisbo and Marshall Birdie, but we're doing our best, mate.
It does. Puts a little one over the top for the winger coming through.
It's
anyone's bounce.
It's a lovely offload too, actually. Wairarapa Bush still got the front foot going forward from that try from Bracewell. They've lifted it up.
Falaniko steaming onto the ball. Bracewell again looking to go. Options there. Leo Lamanu with the ball.
Look at that. The go forward from the Ferries.
East Coast have stolen it against the grain.
Defensive line coming up now for the Wairarapa Bush side. It's a kick long.
I'll get down there. Sorry, Malatai underneath it. Let's have a go at his opposite. Frees it up. Luatua into the midfield, taking it back towards his forward pack. Wairarapa Bush will retain it. Bracewell, Wayne options to right. Gammy.
He's hit hard, actually. That's a boom for moment.
It is. Big contact from East Coast. Morrison into more big contact. The ball's trickled out.
Oh, what a pass. What a pass from a prop. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that.
Fiola Tomilau, he's beaten about 4 or 5. Bracewell
takes it into contact. East Coast ferreting out the ball, but it hasn't come their way. Cartier, he won't pass it. No,
ball through. Rico, he looked to be offside there, but saved by Sam Morrison.
I think there was a wee knock on there, if I'm honest. But
shh. Bracewell tough as at the back.
Yeah, no, he's got the knock on.
He found it. Looks to have been called by the touch judge. Again, a number of these East Coast players. Look at the amount of guys with hands on knees from both teams, actually.
Look, and this is a true testament to representative rugby, isn't it? When you are that tired, when you put your body on the line for 67 minutes now, and we've seen both sides with a couple of changes, and mostly in the forwards.
Yep.
It's obviously pretty brutal out there.
Oh yeah, massively so. I know the Wairarapa Bush have gone with a 5-2 split on the bench, so it lose 5 options in that forward pack, and it looks like they've used pretty much all of them. Got young Logan Wakefield trotting around on the sideline, eager to get on, and hopefully we get to see that.
Yeah, so that'll be his debut for Ferries Wairarapa Bush?
Yes, it will be his debut for Wairarapa Bush, and he's had a good club season with Carterton.
He's just one of those solid, consistent players.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Handy in the line out. Yep.
Doesn't necessarily need to be flashy, just does the money.
Got that young fitness to him as well.
I wouldn't mind both of those things, actually.
Yeah, neither would I, BG. BG.
I've been called worse, mate. I'm married, so I've been called worse, definitely. Look, it's some of the East Coast players getting a bit of attention there. It looks like cramp, bit of magic water, and we are good to go.
I imagine their bench is looking a bit scarce for numbers at the moment.
Yeah, probably.
If someone goes down injured, though, you could see Martin on a return. How would he go at lock, you reckon, BG?
I'd love to see that open side flanker or at number 8.
Oh, yeah, no thanks.
Pretty devastating at number 8, I'd imagine.
Well, it's the same guy's gone down again for East Coast. Must be cramping.
All right, the scrum's lining up. It's an East Coast feed. They're about 8 metres into Wairarapa Bush territory.
They'll be looking to go wide here and release the speed demon. There's Narohi Magavi Black out wide.
I'd love to see East Coast go wide here, Tavita.
Fraser, Rico Gear.
They've done exactly that. It's a foot race
Giving
now.
him a one-on-one.
Voloniko says, no, not today, buddy.
Oh, and he's throwing it up to the supporting East Coast player. Wairarapa Bush managed to drag him out into touch. The Wairarapa Bush throw. No, it looks like a knock on maybe before it went out into touch. Wairarapa Bush ball.
Oh, there we go. We've got viewers from all over the country and all over the globe. It's a call there from Wanaka. Great to have you watching here today. It's a bit of a showery old day, although the showers have stopped.
They have cleared. It looks like we won't see them for the rest of today.
Just means you won't get wet waiting for your hot dog.
Again, it'll be interesting to see what Wairarapa Bush do here, if they're going to kick it or if they're going to look to move it.
The score is 29-19, so there's only a 10-point buffer for Ngāti Porou East Coast. So, you know, with a little bit of time left on the clock, big scrum.
East Coast with
Big
a
scrum
massive
from the coast.
scrum. Sam Gammy has done a great job to get that ball out. To set it up. You can see Morrison in the pocket. They've now gone outside the 22. Bracewell from the base. Parks underneath it. Cartier hit him as he landed.
Oh, it's good defence from Wairarapa Bush, or good attack, actually. When you look at that, they had 2 players up there. The offload from East Coast, both players were shut down.
Some of these East Coast players are getting a bit slow to get back. You start puffing. Wairarapa Bush need to try exploit that if they want an opportunity here. Flying up quickly on defence is Cartier. Parks will go back.
Not quite sure where he puts his Energizer batteries there. Hemi Burt says, hello from Zimbabwe.
Fula Tamilo dances his way up there into the East Coast D-line. More Falaniko. He's going to have a sneaky dab at it, is he? No, Matt Marsoy.
He's not going to pass it. He's going to have a go. And look at the go. He's dropped it.
He's lost it. Fraser hits our replacement fullback.
If in doubt, kick it about. And they've done exactly that.
More Falaniko looking to return the ball. Winds up the clock.
Humfa. Straight into trouble. He's run straight into a couple of East Coast players who are like a brick wall.
Tamiela Tupou tackled by his own player.
Oh, lovely inside pass. East Coast have read it well, though. It's a really good defence around that ruck from Ngāti Porou East Coast. Ball goes out.
Tougher
looks to...
punches it down. Great kick. Is it, though?
Well, it's going to sit up. It's going to sit up.
If he presses this, be a goal line dropout. But they won't. They'll opt to pump it downfield themselves. Found touch 20 metres out from the Wairarapa Bush goal line.
Boy, oh boy.
No, from the East Coast goal line, sorry.
Well, they need to score here, Wairarapa Bush. And then we're going to be all on for the remaining minutes of the game. We've got 9 minutes left on the clock.
See our number 8 has gone down again. It looks to be cramp. So we've got Moana Mato coming back on as the open side flanker as the number 8 leaves the pitch. It's Te Moana. Now that they've obviously used their bench, BG, they can have a second go at it.
But you know what? Injury aside, look at the smile on the guy's face. That's fantastic. That's passion. Love it.
He does look a bit sore, doesn't he?
Yeah. I should have said smile. Grimace maybe would have been the best word to use there. Oh, it's a lovely take from Ryan now, but the referee says sorry. Not straight.
When you see the jumper catch the ball on the outside shoulder, it's not a good sign.
No, pretty easy to read for the referee at that point. And look, Tavita, that's, I hate to say it, but that's been a problem for the Wairarapa Bush line-out for a lot of the game.
Yeah, they have definitely had the opportunities, but they've just let the foot off the throat a few times. Clinical errors. So look to have Rico Gear lining up to take the first crash. Imagine that East Coast has gone into defensive mode a bit here, haven't they, BG?
Yeah, they have. I think they're a bit tired at this point too.
Now Wairarapa Bush with a great push.
Huge scrum. They come around. They'll look to take that ball straight off the deck.
East Coast look to have it, but ref says the ball's gone backwards. You can hear some vocal supporters.
It's a lovely little show and go from East Coast there. The kicks has gone out on the full. Probably not really what the intention was with that one.
Yeah, Wairarapa Bush will get another opportunity, another throw at it. Let's hope Tiki can get it in straight this time.
Well, it's our third line-out thrower, our third hooker for the day.
Yeah.
So great to see, of course, Coach Mark Rutten getting everyone that opportunity to get out and have a bit of a run today.
Waiting to see Wakefield into the fray first.
One more to go.
One more to go. Let's bring the man on. Wairarapa Bush. Oh, great rolling ball there from Wairarapa Bush. Ball's at the back, and the ref has his arm out. Penalty advantage.
Oh, what a kick. What a kick from Mini Akatea. It's gone down. He sort of flicked it with his back heel. We take a look on the wet and forget replay.
I was going to say, BG, too, when you got momentum like that and you've got the penalty advantage, it's the opportunity for guys like Katea.
Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. Fully meant to happen, of course.
This is a big line-out throw here. Very big line-out throw.
Come on, Torogo. This is what we need, mate. Straight to your man, Sass, is it?
Andrew McLean takes it. Oh, and they've got momentum.
It's clean.
And they've got it at the back. See Tupou smacking the...
Big defence. Great defence from East Coast.
So it looks to be high. The ref's got his arm out again. Saying before, they've got the penalty advantage. Now's the time just to let loose. Express yourself, cut shapes. Gammy. Tamilo. Bracewell looking back out right, Katea. Oh, it's a solid contact.
There's a bit of shoulder in there, I think, too, mate. Yep.
I would say we're going to see the ref go to his pocket here.
Here we are. We'll take a look at this one, hopefully on the wet and forget replay. But that is, I think it was a shoulder. It was a shoulder connecting with the head. And what we've seen throughout rugby over the last couple of years is that bit more of emphasis on avoiding contact with the head. Any contact with the head, you will start with a red card, and then you work out what mitigating factors will be involved there.
He's pulled a yellow out, sent him off. Sort of bigger picture too, though, isn't it, BG? It's about improving techniques and and the welfare of our players.
Very much so, and of course we saw Big Cole Heyman come out, 41 years old, early onset dementia during the week. It's really sad to see. So that is Trent Boswell Wakefield. That'll be his season done now.
He is a big player to lose in this last 5 minutes. And Wairarapa Bush have let East Coast off the hook there.
Look, that is the game. This was the opportunity for Wairarapa Bush to strike to get themselves in that winning position.
5.5 minutes. BG, there's still a lot of time in my book. But you're right. It's
I don't think East Coast will be looking to put the scrum down in a hurry.
No. But you're right, though. That was the prime opportunity to try to pick up 5 points.
Scrum form up. Aotearoa East Coast.
Yep.
5 metres out.
The Wairarapa Bush scrum has been pretty good this last couple of times they've packed down. And it's good again. Parks gets it out quickly. Fraser.
It's going to be run. He's been. He's knocked that off. Oh, maybe not.
Rico Gear to pump it down. They are lucky. They are very, very lucky. They're East Coast.
Right, a roll of the dice again. You said there's plenty of time there, Tavita. We'll see what we can pull out of this one. It's never been a bigger line-out for Tarongo, I think.
It's 1 minute later, the exact same play, and Andrew McLean goes up.
Big safe
uncontested.
Oh, he's got a breakaway. He's got a breakaway there. Sam Gammy pushing it hard.
I wouldn't be looking to pass the ball out anytime soon if I was Wairarapa Bush. Keep it in, keep it tight. It's been working. Tupu Leolamanu to take. Now at the back.
These forward packs are going to be very, very tired boys.
Andrew McLean, he's a campaigner. He's taking the ball.
Can we scoop up there from Ryan now?
I think they've got to recycle it quicker. Grab it and go. Grab it and go. Leolamanu. East Coast trying their best to hold out Wairarapa Bush. Oh, and the ball bounces out East Coast way. Oh! This is an opportunity for the Coast. Rico Gear with ball in hand.
Oh, it's a lovely chase.
There's a big East Coast chase, and the ball has bounced. Oh!
Was that forward?
It looked forward. The ref hasn't seen it, and the ball's spilled out.
Let him go.
Tamilau now with the ball, and they're going to attack back the opposite way.
This game really has had everything.
It could go any which way. Wairarapa Bush players slow to get back.
Tuffa flicks it out. Big hit coming in.
Oh, look, Tua, how's you get off me? Bracewell looking back left, Cartier. Oh, now lets it go through his hands.
So what's the call here? We've gone with a forward pass.
Forward,
and it's East Coast scrum.
That could have gone any which way.
What a game. Like, seriously, what a game.
Wairarapa Bush behind their, East Coast Ngāti Pro behind their own goal line. They were in trouble by all means.
78 metres later, they're now in a scoring opportunity position.
In the 22. And look, you see Rico Gear kick it, and all of a sudden you got 5 Ngāti Pro players with a big chase on one Wairarapa Bush player.
But it looked like Rico Gear was pointing to the, we take a look at the win, forget Rico, it's finished now.
Yeah.
He was pointing, come on boys, try lines down here, as he well knows from earlier.
You see a back three like Fiula Tamilau, Mo'ofala Nico and Suli Malatai though, and anything can happen if it goes back there. Actually the perfect combination they have on in the predicament they find themselves in, where they need some flair, they need some razzle dazzle, and they need some magic. East Coast though, I don't imagine they're going to be quick to give them an opportunity to touch the ball again.
Absolutely not. What you don't see on our coverage today, and I know there's been a few shots at the grandstand, is the amount of sky blue that is actually in the crowd for Ngāti Pro East Coast. They've got supporters all over the motu. Actually, it's fantastic to see actually, because I know there's a few supporters here that have the jersey.
Logan Wakefield making debut. Proud dad moment there for Whacker, Michael Wakefield.
I'm sure he's got a wee tear in his eye actually right now.
Just got a little shout out there for the Minced Power Golf Group. They are backing Ngāti Pro to get one more try this game and put it out of reach.
We've seen a few players limp off today as well, Tavita. It's been a very, very physical game.
It's taken its toll. There is no next week for these guys. So.
No. But for a lot of them, there is a next season. That's why it's good to see the likes of young Wakefield out on the paddock now. Look,
he's been training with the team for the last 4 to 5 weeks. He's nearly like he's doing an apprenticeship with them, BG.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it will. It'll be great for his rugby. Great for Wairarapa Bush rugby. Refs called a reset. Ball came back out the tunnel. Wairarapa Bush looking to put the heat on at scrum time. Type 5 will know that this is going to be one of their last opportunities if they want to part of the pie come full time. So Rico Gear has moved to first receiver.
I think he just wants a rerun, doesn't he?
Tell you what, I'm going to tell you how this game finishes. Rico Gear, dummy cut, wide ball, fullback, sets a light winger in the corner. East Coast look to pick off the right side. He's run away from his support. Exploiter Gammy has a crack at it.
James Puckot's getting back into position for Wairarapa Bush.
Imagine we're going to see some tight rugby here from East Coast, holding the ball in, doing whatever it takes.
Some very slow pods being formed out there.
Yeah, very slow. There's some. I can see all the backs are coming in close now too. They want a piece of it.
So we've got about 60 seconds left on our scoreboard here. Obviously, it's referee time. That's a lovely clean out coming through there too.
Would not be surprised if we see a drop kick to finish this game. Or
why not? Why not?
Throw it out to 13 points. Righto. We've got East Coast holding that ball. The whole team looks to have come in close.
Oh,
inside ball, Rico Gear.
He's cut down.
Oh, East Coast quick to come in there. Oh, they've spread it out. It's Fraser out wide. Gammy's taken Fraser down. East Coast looking to work their way back in left now.
East Coast still attacking the line, not giving up.
That's our hooker gone number 8.
15 to go on the clock. 15 seconds, that is.
Oh,
that's a gift.
Try in the centre.
Yep.
Tough foul, Stewart.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, if you had Ngāti Pro East Coast 13 plus, you'd be really, really happy right now.
I'll tell you what, would you? What? Greater Mince power.
34-19. 34-19. Time is up on the clock. Kick to come. Do you give it to Rico to have a go? Why not?
Bring Matanonu back on for his last play of the game. Look, it has been a great game of football to watch. BG, we've seen it all today. We've seen controversy, we've seen tears, we've seen players go down, we've seen big hits. We've seen some razzle-dazzle and pace the burnout wide.
Tries that weren't tries.
Tries that weren't tries.
and then not tries that actually ended up tries. Conversions that weren't conversions that were.
Look, and it could have honestly gone any which way. I would say Wairarapa Bush has had, although it's not reflective on the scoreboard, has played probably been the most solid more solid of the teams for the second half. But East Coast in that lead, they got up early. And look at it, is taking the kick to finish the game.
Yeah, so we won't worry about the 2 points that we did or didn't need to add in the earlier juncture of the game. But hold your heads up, Ferries, Wairarapa Bush. It's been a tough year. We mentioned earlier, it's 12 or so injuries. Rico Gibbs taking it.
Absolute muffed it.
He's missed it.
Absolute daft the kick.
I've seen better kicks at senior reserve.
Yeah. But carrying on from what you were saying, though, Wairarapa Bush, they can be really proud, and they've blooded a lot of young players. It was awesome to see Logan Wakefield get out there and sort of have his first taste of what will probably be a long Heartland career for that young lad. Man, they've played good. My picks, your picks, BG. Wairarapa Bush back.
Back of the day.
For Wairarapa Bush.
Isaac Bracewood.
I'm solid. I'm going to go Fiona Tamilau on the wing. I thought he was solid. Forwards, Wairarapa Bush.
Oh, again, tough call. Sam Gammy. I think Ryan Nell played really well
Sam
today.
Gammy was good. I'm going to go Tupou, Lea Lamanu, and...
actually, you know what? Stan Wright.
Yeah, no, I'll give it to you. Stan Wright. Player of the game. And then Ngāti Pro East Coast, they've had some solid players out there. I thought they were really unlucky to lose that Hone Hairewa earlier in the game because he was solid. I would have to go for East Coast, Jorian Tangaere.
I'll agree with you with that. And with the backs, McGarvey Black, he took every single opportunity he had and pretty much turned almost all of them into something.
Yeah, look, he's a classy player, isn't he? Huge classy player. I like the look of Fraser. Although he spent 10 in the bin, he was good, distributed well, and their co-captain, halfback, Parks, he was solid also.
With that said, Richard Green, Patrick Allen, when they come on from the Ngāti Pro East Coast bench, they added something to the game, which is what you want your bench to do. Yep. Really impressed overall, actually. But no, the spoils go to Ngāti Pro East Coast. Just looking at the wet and forget replay, that try again. Look at that. The hot knife through butter try.
Yep. Oh, well, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for having us. Thanks for putting up with the voice.
No, it's been an awesome day, and thanks for jumping in the hot seat today, mate.
Yeah, we've been spoilt, though, haven't we, today, BG?
I think we have.
Yeah.
Went out for fish and chips, and we got a bit of steak.
Yep. Watch out the gravel pit, here we come. Thank you very, very much. I love you and leave you.
It has been an absolutely fantastic day. So thank you so much from all of us here at Trust House Memorial Park for the Bunnings Heartland Championship for 2021. That is us. Enjoy your evening. Set the alarm for 2 a.m. The All Blacks, Italy. And we will hopefully catch you back in 2022.
Ka kite.